I love it when our partners come to town to see us here in Omaha. On this episode, I talked to Adam Conrad. I'm going to let him give you his title, but I'm going to talk to Adam Conrad of Great Recruiters. Atlas All Access starts now.
Awesome. Rich, thanks for having me. First time in Omaha. In fact, right before this, first time ever watching Krispy Kreme donuts being made, which is amazing if you ever have
walk down the hall, right? You walk down the little hall.
Yeah, and it even flips it. It was great.
Yes.
So, but
automation at its best.
I love it.
Right?
No, and
I didn't know that. This is your first time in Omaha.
First time in Omaha.
Wow. All right. Give me your background. Okay, first of all, what's your title? Great Recruiters, what's your title?
So I'm the founder and CXO, as you were saying. What is the X? It used to be a joke of like, when you start a company, you're the CEO, the CIO, the COO, but really it's the Chief Experience Officer. And I look at it as my job is to make sure that the experience our partners have, our employees, anyone who's interacting with our brand is having a great experience. I mean, it's the nature of what we do.
That is your whole business model, right? Your whole business model is around that experience. And so if you're not aware of what Great Recruiters is, give me the elevator pitch. What is Great Recruiters and why is it important to the traveling nurses in our industry?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Great Recruiters is an experience management platform that staffing firms use, healthcare staffing firms, to help capture real-time feedback from the travelers that work with them. They need insight into how they're doing so they can improve their processes, improve their people, help drive referrals, brand awareness. I mean, let's face it, travelers, it's an experience. I mean, it's what travelers are looking for. And so you want to work with firms that care about that experience from beginning to end. And so we just make it simple for them to be able to measure that throughout the entire process and then do some pretty cool things to help them promote that information out there.
Pretty cool things is a complete understatement. And I nerd out and I fanboy because you and I have been friends for a very long time. We have been using Great Recruiters for
2 years,
probably. I want to say maybe more than that.
Yeah, I think a little bit more than that.
I don't know. I mean, and I've been your guy before. Like, hey, who do I need to talk to here? That type of thing. Because I really believe in the product, and because everything we do, not only travel nurses, but everything we do, people in real life, happens right here. And if you hear about a company and you type that in, or you hear about a recruiter, who is J.K. Scott, recruiter, and you Google that person's name, guess what you find? You find their bio on the company page first, then you find their LinkedIn bio, and then what do you find?
You find their Great Recruiters profile, right? I mean, all their reviews, ratings, it's transparency. There's so many choices out there. You want to know, who can I work with? Who can I trust? And we trust people through other folks' recommendations and their reviews. It's where do I go to our peers?
Right.
Where do I go to a restaurant? I don't care about what somebody thought 3 years ago. I want to know now. And so we're getting that real-time feedback, and we're giving it to the other travelers out there so they know when they pick up the phone, they talk to JK, somebody that has helped people out in the past. They can read reviews of other travelers, and it gives them a sense of like, I'm in good hands. And then you start researching, Atlas MedStaff, and you start seeing all the things that you're doing from a program, and you're like, all right, that's my kind of people.
Absolutely.
And I want to work there.
Yeah. Yep. Or you see, if you go to Google right now and you just Google Atlas MedStaff, and on the right-hand side, you see we've got almost 1,200 Great Recruiters reviews.
Right.
At almost a 4.94, I believe is our number. I wouldn't know that just off the top of my head.
Pretty good. And people say, all right, well, it's got to be gamed. And it's not. I think when you have a system in place that is meant to help ensure the quality of the services that you're providing, your staff is bought in and they want the feedback, it's just putting everybody's best foot forward, even on their worst day. I mean, nobody wants a negative review, and we understand that you have one chance to make a first impression. And especially in such a competitive market, I mean, here in Omaha, just looking around how many different choices there are,
right?
You have one chance. And so you want to make sure that you're putting that best foot forward. And I think Great Recruiters helps as a gentle reminder to do that, but it also allows them to capture that feedback. And I know not every review is positive, but it also gives you insight where there might be issues, because I don't want that issue to show up on your Google page, on Glassdoor. I want it to come back to you, come back to your managers, so you can get on the phone and say, hey, that's not the experience we intended. How can we go ahead and make that better? It's putting you in control. It's putting you in an active seat rather than reactive and just sitting back and waiting to see who's going to blast you online.
And that's exactly why I bought into the product 2 years ago, quite honestly. That's it right there. Is what happens to the poor reviews, the negative reviews? What happens to the average reviews, right? Where does that go? And that goes directly to those managers to make those recruiters better in their job and what they do every single day.
It is. And you can't be on every single phone call. And as a company like yours that's growing, you're bringing people in that don't have as much of experience. And so when you start getting that insight from the travelers, one, it's going to give them confidence. They're like, man, I am doing a good job. They do appreciate what I'm doing. It gives them an ego boost. They do feel better. But in other times, they might get some constructive feedback, which gives them the opportunity to course correct. And that's something that a manager would have to be on the phone listening to every single phone call, which is impossible.
Right.
And so this helps you just kind of monitor across the entire organization and just flag if there are any issues. You guys can intervene and go ahead and take control.
Yep. Take action on those right away. All right. So wrap up. Give me an idea of where's Great Recruiters going, and if an agency hasn't signed with you yet, because we know agencies watch.
Yeah.
If an agency hasn't signed yet, why should they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can take it from me why they should. I mean, I put it back on you. Like, I'm going to tell you how great it is. But what I love is that we're sitting here and you wouldn't be doing this if you didn't really believe in the product and what it's done for your organization. I mean, for me, you have one chance to make a first impression. You need to understand what people think about working with your organization. Being passive and just waiting for these reviews to come in, take an active role. You know, it empowers your teams. It gives you awards and recognition. It allows you to acknowledge the people from a leadership perspective. It allows you to celebrate them. Gives you the ability to share that online and just help the world know that you're doing a great job. And I think when you're using Great Recruiters, it's a stamp to say, not only do we commit to providing a great experience, but we have processes in place to ensure that it happens every time.
The value that not only that you bring as the face of the product of the company, but then the value of the product itself is immense. And the more that nurses are aware, traveling healthcare professionals just in general, doesn't have to be a nurse, right? Techs, locums, you name it, right? The more that they're aware that this product exists and you're out there, or when they run across it online, there's some name recognition saying, oh, I do know what this is.
Right.
That does carry some weight
right.
for me. So the more you're out there with us, I think the more valuable it's going to be.
Well, good. And like you said, I mean, where is it going? It's the matter of helping us help the community know who are the great staffing firms and great recruiters to work with, and that's where we're going, is to help you. And so congratulations on being named top rated.
Thank you.
I think you said you were the highest rated in the last 6 months. So congrats on that.
Thank you very much.
But you guys deserve it and do a lot of great work over here.
We are fully embracing the product, and some of it we're just scratching the surface. So if you see more of that come from us here over the next 6 months or so, don't be surprised. This product works. It is very, very valuable, not only to our recruiters, but then to all of our traveling healthcare professionals out there, especially from a referral standpoint. Don't take our word for it. Don't take your recruiter's word for it. Here's a bunch of reviews that you can read from people doing the exact same thing that you're doing every single day. So, well,
awesome.
Welcome to Omaha, man.
I'm excited, man. I mean, it's my first morning, so I've got a whole day and a happy hour this evening. So
you started off in the right place. So.
I agree.
Adam, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks so much, Rich. Appreciate it.
We'll see you next time.